What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I've got some very cool news about the One Piece TCG that we need to have a chat about, and I hope you've got your Japanese stamps handy, because there's a very cool thing going on with Weekly Shonen Jump. Now, it's a magazine that's actually just gone on sale. It went on sale yesterday. And it's got another one of these mail-away promotions. And if that sounds a little bit like, hang on a second, Wassy, didn't we just do this? The answer is yes. Yes, we did. It has not been long at all since I told you about the new Psycho Jump and the mail-away promotion, whereby if you buy the magazine and then you fill in the form and mail it away, you get the alternate arts of Chopper, Nami, and Buggy. We don't need to go into huge detail about this. We had a whole video about this the other day. I think these are absolutely amazing. They're awesome. They're brilliant. I love them. But we talked about them. We've had that conversation. We have not talked about these new ones from Shonen Jump, and in my defense, it's because they've literally kept it a secret until the new Shonen Jump actually came out. But now we've got the three brothers that are actually coming around, and that's kind of awesome. Except it's actually even more awesome than I'm making out. I will explain as we go along. But basically, we've got the same kind of thing going on here as we had with the mail-away promotion the other day. You buy the magazine, or the comic, you fill in a form, you send it off, and it does say, as a gift to all applicants, you get these free alternate arts. And I'm like, yeah. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Because what they're doing, and they've done this a bunch before, I'll give you some examples in a minute, and they're doing it again now, and basically what they're doing is going, look, this is a Weekly Shonen Jump promotion. We're giving this away as a mail away in Weekly Shonen Jump. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Weekly Shonen Jump artists drawing these cards. And that is brilliant. Of course, we had this, well, a while ago now. The first one I can remember was we had a Chopper that was done by Shuhei Miyazaki, who, of course, is the mangaka behind Me and Roboco, which is actually kind of cool. You should read that if you get a chance. But then we also had this Buggy promo, which was given away in Weekly Shonen Jump, and was drawn by Kiyosuke Asata, who is best known for Sexy Commando Gaiden, which I've not actually read. So if anyone's got a recommendation about that, please do let me know in the comment section. But of course, that was one of two promo cards that was given away at the same time. We also had the ace that was drawn by Yuto Suzuki, who is best known for Sakamoto Days, which I know the anime started not too long ago for that, and a lot of people are talking about very, very highly. My point is, they keep doing this, and I am all for it. Having these mangaka doing these One Piece cards in their style, I just think is a brilliant idea. And honestly, they keep doing it, and this is awesome. Now, last time, they gave away the Buggy and the Shanks by buying issues of Shonen Jump. This time around, it's a mail-away promotion to get the trio. Okay, I need to get more involved with doing the mail-away, but you know what? I have a friend in Japan. I might get them to do it for me. So what have we got this time around? Well, we've got ourselves the three brothers. Might as well start off with Luffy. And it is a reprint of the Luffy from Starter Deck 1. And this is drawn by Yuki Tabata. Now, I must confess I'm having to look this up. I'm not experts on these, but I'm pretty sure best known for Black Clover, which is not something I'm hideously familiar with, I must confess. However, I'm down with it. And look, here's a really cool thing. When we see stuff like this, I'm like, I don't really know what Black Clover is, but then if we've got this card, it makes me think, well, you know, I do have the Shonen Jump app where I can read all the Shonen Jump manga. I'm assuming this is all on there. Maybe I go and read a bit of Black Clover. Maybe I check it out. Could be fun. Now, this is a Luffy that we got back in Starter Deck 1. It's not the first time we've seen it come back, of course. And it's a 1, 5 cost 6k with Rush. And Don X2, when attacking, your opponent cannot activate blocker during this battle. It's a cool card. We like this Luffy. But the real highlight here is just seeing this card being done by a mangaka in their style. That just makes me very, I'm going to be honest with you. I just think this is cool. I absolutely adore when we get stuff like this. I think it's absolutely wonderful. I hope we see many, many more of these. Like I say, I've already given you a bunch of examples of ones that we've had in the past. It seems to be something Bandai are very comfortable doing. So long may it continue, frankly. This seems awesome. Now, that's not the only one that we are getting, of course. It'd be a little bit sad if it was the only one we got. We're also getting ourselves an ace. Now, the ace here is the reprinted one from OP07, and this is illustrated by Shun Sakai, who is best known for Shokugeki no Soma, which is Food Wars. And I kind of love it now, because I'm showing you the card next to, you know, a cover of one of the issues of their manga, and you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, I kind of see that. I can see how that art style carries over quite nicely. And that makes me so happy. That's what I'm looking for here. I'm looking for these cards to look like the manga from which they came. I don't want them to look like regular One Piece cards. I don't want them to look like they're drawn by regular One Piece artists. I don't want them to look like they're drawn by Oda. I want them to look like they were drawn by the mangaka who actually drew them. And that's what we've got here. Love it. Big fan. Now, this, of course, is the ace that came around in OP07. So we've had this one for a little bit of a while now. By now, most of you probably know if you like playing with this card or not. Came around in OP07. It's been a little bit of a while. And it's got blocker. And it's also got another skill, whereby on play, draw 2 and place 2 cards in your hand at the top or bottom of your deck in any order. But bearing in mind, we do have the new starter deck coming, starter deck 22, which is the Ace and Newgate starter deck, which does have a bunch of cards which kind of rely on having the right card on top of your deck. So I'm just saying, feels like this card could end up being even more relevant in the future because, well, that starter deck looks really cool, but kind of relies on stacking your deck a bit, which is what the leader does. That's what the main leader skill is, which means there's a bunch of cards which rely on having your deck stacked with the right cards on top, and now we got this one which can help you do that. I mean, come on, ladies and gentlemen. This seems pretty gosh darned appropriate to me. Big fan. Love this ace. Love that it's coming back right now. This is kind of awesome. And then we got one more. We've got Sabo. It's a Free Brothers. Come on, it'd be weird if we didn't. And this is the one that makes me the most happy, because this, of course, is by Pizuka Demizu, who did The Promised Neverland. Now, I actually, and I'm not embarrassed to say this, I actually watched the live action, The Promised Neverland. That was my introduction to it. I have since read the manga cover to cover. The manga is fantastic. Love the manga. Have read the whole thing. Now, I will say the basic premise, there is a basic story. When you get beyond that and it starts going out, it's not quite as good. But the basic story, the initial goal they've got, don't want to ruin it too much here, that is spectacular. It's still really good right up until the end, but it never quite reaches the same heights once they do the thing they initially set out to do. Also, I'm just putting it out there, I thought the live action was pretty good. For what it's worth, the live action goes up to hitting that initial goal. It doesn't go into all the extra stuff. Although, just as a side note, and I've been told this by many people, apparently season 1 of the anime, which again is the same kind of deal up until the thing happens, or the goal is achieved, is apparently brilliant. Season 2 of the manga is apparently terrible. Like, really bad. So, if you're going to watch the manga, apparently stop after season 1. I would recommend just reading the manga. But this one, for me, as soon as I saw this card, I was like, hang on a second. I've seen that art style before, and it is, of course, The Promised Neverland. So I have to pick up this. Some way or another, I will be picking up this Sabo card. I adore this Sabo card. It makes me very, very, very happy. Look at it! It's so cool! Here are the three of them side by side, and I just adore that this is happening. Because let's remember, One Piece at its heart is a manga. And I know a lot of people prefer the anime. I know the anime is fantastically popular. And look, I'm watching it very slowly with my children. The anime is clearly brilliant. Love the anime. But One Piece at its heart is a manga. And it is printed in weekly Shonen Jump. So the idea that they would get a bunch of other artists who have done other shonen mangas and then would come along and do a One Piece card in their style that looks like it came straight out of their manga, I love this. There's at least 6, and then maybe there's some I forgot as I was doing this video. There's hopefully going to be more in the future. I am delighted. I hope we get many, many, many more of these. Frankly, I hope we get one for everyone. There we go. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think of these cards. Tell me how excited you are to see them in real life. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings, and everything else in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.